Vamos a hacer todos juntos la oración en español. Querido Dios, tú eres un Dios de amor y nos llamas a amarnos y a cuidarnos los unos a los otros y así poder construir una sociedad de amor, paz y justicia. En este país fundado en principios de libertad y justicia, millones de nuestros hermanos y hermanas viven bajo leyes injustas y discriminatorias en su contra. Millones de nuestras familias están divididas y separadas. Padres y seres amados están siendo deportados. Cada día millones de PSB 1070 que se discuten en la Suprema Corte de Justicia de los Estados Unidos hoy. Oramos que podamos dar una resolución que permita la expansión de justicia y dignidad en la vida de cada persona.
Fix it, protect it, okay.
Raise your hands in prayer.
Say the prayer in silence.
Say the prayer in silence. Thank you. If we could please make room in front of the clergy and the trumpeter so we can begin walking. Thank you.
Migrant trespassers. They have the same right to come over here and speak They go to our universities looking for sympathy. And that's another thing, compassion. I'm a compassionate person. And if I have 15 minutes of time or a couple of ounces of compassion, I'm going to give it to my fellow countrymen, my neighbors that need help, my family, or someone in prime effort that the United States and the people that fund the politicians to take care of that has been wasted. Has been wasted. And some would like you to pay the bill. They would like you to pay the bill. Those immigrants that are here, for a very large majority, they are very low income. And you may feel sorry for them. They don't make much money. Maybe that could be. I almost feel like I'm very happy I came today. I'm not a public speaker. I'm not a politician. I'm just an individual who lives on the eastern shore of Maryland. And I'm here today because of what I think is fair. I have enough time to be here today to sort of maybe stand up and speak for all those hard-working Americans that are out there right now, working hard. All those Americans, legal immigrants that are working right now to pay the bill. To pay the bill. This building behind us, for all the justices that are there, for that building over there, all those people that are working right now that couldn't be here. Those people that I talked to in that parking lot that can't be here. That's what inspired me. I have no selfish interest. I'm not like the people in the parking lot that all had their own stories to say, well, what about me? This is how it affects me. I'm here because this is what affects my country and my fellow citizens and all those that came before us. Whether or not we have spent all that time and money to allow people to come here legally has gone to waste. And I just felt compelled. It's almost like, was it Close Encounters by the third? What was it? They fell in a mountain in his house.
Actually, guys, it is profiling. Isn't this profiling a law? Absolutely. But that's just basically saying if a Mexican got pulled over and they accidentally leave. That's what it was. Right now? Oh, okay. No, I'm nervous. Can you start off? Go. Serious? Go. Say it then. Okay, we're from Wilmington, North Carolina, and we're going here on a field trip, and we're just talking to the people about this issue, and a lot of them don't understand where we're coming from. I think it's maybe because we're just young, and they don't think that we should have an opinion on this matter. Because this lady, she's saying that it's not racial profiling, but in fact it is, because by suspicious, they're saying basically Latino or Mexican. But I think her mind is still in like but they didn't have to take it in 2012. Yeah, because one of the chaperones said that they were pulled over for racial profiling, but she says it's not the same thing because it wasn't in Arizona. But it is the same thing because it's stuff in South Carolina, Utah. Yeah, it's not just Arizona. It's all over, and she just doesn't get it. She thinks we're brainwashed. Yeah.
Well, she's trying to compare human beings to animals, and that's totally
yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's on that side.
that. We got to be as strong as our faith and as strong as our voices. So one more time. Unite and fight! Unite and fight! Unite and fight! Morning, noon, and night! Day and night! Like brown and white! Like brown and white! Young and old! The strong and the bold! The young and the old! The strong and the bold! Unite and fight! Unite and fight! Unite and fight! Morning, noon, and night! Morning, noon, and night! Black, brown, and white! And yellow in between! And yellow in between! Unite and fight! Unite and fight! Unite and fight! Unite and fight! All right, give yourselves a hand. Okay, I'm going to teach you another one. The worst immigration law in the land must be banned. Must be banned. The worst immigration law in the land must be banned. Must be banned. What's going to ban it? Listen, the power of the people. What's going to ban it?
The power of the people.
What's going to ban it?
The power of the people.
What's going to ban it?
The power of the people.
Who's going to ban it? We the people. Who's going to ban it?
We the people.
Who's going to ban it?
We the people.
How are we going to ban it? Unite and fight. How are we going to ban it?
Unite and fight.
How are we going to ban it?
Unite and fight.
How are we going to ban it?
Unite
Come
and
on.
fight.
The worst immigration law in the land must be banned. Must be banned. The worst immigration law in the land must be banned.
Must be banned.
The worst immigration law in the land
Must be banned. Must be banned.
Who's gonna ban it? The power of the people. Who's gonna ban it?
The power of the people.
Hey, who's gonna ban it?
The power of the people.
How are we gonna ban it? Unite and fight. How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight.
I'm beginning to feel the spirit. We want to get those hands together and act like you're at the disco club, okay? All right. Come on. The worst immigration law in the land must be banned. Must be banned. Hey, the worst immigration law in the land must be banned.
Must be banned.
Hey, who's gonna ban it? We the people. Who's gonna ban it?
We the people.
Hey, who's gonna ban it?
We the people.
How are we gonna ban it? Unite
and fight.
How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight.
How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight.
How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight.
The worst immigration law in the land must be banned. Must be banned. The worst immigration laws in the land must be banned. Must be banned. What's gonna ban it? The power of the people. The power of the people. What's gonna ban it?
The power of the people.
And what's gonna ban it?
The power of the people.
And who's gonna ban it? We.
The people.
Who's gonna ban it?
We 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 the people.
And how are we gonna ban it? Unite.
And fight.
How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and
Hey,
fight.
how are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight.
How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight.
All right, give yourselves a hand. Y'all know this one? Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round.
Turn me around. Turn me around.
Ain't gonna let nobody.
Turn me around, keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom line.
Ain't gonna let no racism.
Turn me around.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Ain't gonna let no racism. We're gonna keep on walking, marching up the freedom. Well, ain't gonna let no sexism.
Turn me around.
Don't let it. Don't let it. Don't let them. Don't let the Supreme Court. What you gonna do? We gotta keep on walking,
keep on talking, marching up the freedom land. Well, we ain't gonna let that immigration. Don't let it. We ain't gonna let that immigration. We're gonna keep on walking. Keep on talking, marching up to freedom. No justice,
No peace.
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 no justice. This little light of mine, come on y'all. I'm gonna let it shine. Come on y'all. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Come on man. This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
all over Washington. I'm gonna let it shine.
All over Washington, I'm gonna let it shine. All over Washington, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
We ain't going to stop fighting until justice shines. We ain't going to stop fighting until justice shines. We ain't gonna stop fighting until justice shines. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, keep it up, keep it up, keep the spirit up. Unite and fight, 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 unite and fight. The worst immigration law in the land
Must be banned, must be banned,
the worst immigration law in the land.
must be banned, must be banned.
The worst immigration law
In the land, must be banned, must be banned.
Hey, what's gonna ban it? The power of the people. What's gonna ban it? The power of the people. Hey, what's gonna ban it?
The power of the people,
Hey, what's gonna ban it?
the power of the people,
Hey, what's gonna ban it?
the power of the people.
And who's gonna ban it? We. Who's gonna ban it?
We the people,
Who's gonna ban it?
we the people,
Who's gonna ban it?
we the people.
How are we gonna ban it? Unite and fight. How are we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight,
How are we gonna ban it?
unite and fight,
How are we gonna ban it?
unite and fight.
When we gonna ban it? Now! When we gonna ban it?
Now,
Hey, 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 when we gonna ban it? Hey, when we gonna ban it? Hey, the worst immigration law in the land.
must be banned,
Tell the Supreme Court the worst. Tell them loud.
must be
They can't
banned,
hear you.
must be
They
banned.
can't hear you.
Immigration law in the land,
They can't hear you.
must be banned,
Hey,
must be banned.
hey,
The
worst immigration law.
in the land must be banned, must be banned.
Hey, who's gonna ban it? We.
The people,
Who's gonna ban it?
we the people,
Who's gonna ban it?
we the people,
Hey, what's gonna ban it? The power.
the people,
What's gonna ban it?
the power of the people,
What's gonna ban it?
the power of the people,
What's gonna ban it?
the power of the people,
What's gonna ban it?
the power of the people,
What's gonna ban it?
the power of the
Hey, what's gonna ban it?
power of the people,
Hey, what's gonna ban it?
the power of the people.
And how we gonna ban it? Unite and fight. How we gonna ban it?
Unite and fight,
How we gonna ban it?
unite and fight,
And when we gonna ban it? Now! And when we gonna ban it?
now,
When we gonna ban it?
now,
When we gonna ban it?
now,
How we gonna ban it? Unite!
and fight,
How we gonna ban it?
unite and fight,
How we gonna ban it?
unite and fight,
And when we gonna ban it?
now,
Can't hear you. When we gonna ban it?
now,
Hey, when we gonna ban it?
now.
Hey, when we gonna ban it? Now! All right.
Thank thank you everyone who is joining us for this important event. Thank you so much. I am Gustavo Torres, the Executive Director of CASA de Maryland, and so proud member of the Fair Immigration Reform Movement. Thank you for being here. Muchísimas gracias a todos y todas por estar aquí. Mi nombre es Gustavo Torres. Soy el director ejecutivo de CASA de Maryland y muy orgulloso de ser miembro del movimiento por la reforma migratoria. A todos muchas gracias. Even as we are together here at the Supreme Court this morning, thousands more are participating in events across the United States and millions of Americans are watching and waiting. Ahora que nosotros estamos aquí en este momento en la Corte Suprema, miles y miles lo están haciendo igualmente en otras partes del país. Y millones van a estar viendo por los medios de comunicación este momento. Together, we are united in calling on the Supreme Court to strike down the Arizona's unconstitutional immigration law, SB 107. Yes, Congress must act to fix our broken immigration system. Yes, the President must act to stop the separation of our families. But the states must not act immigration laws like 1070 that terrorize immigrant communities and have the impact of undermining our Constitution, undermining the public safety, harming our economy, and legislating discrimination and racial profile against all Americans. One law, no 50, no to discrimination. Lo que les estoy diciendo es que hoy estamos aquí juntos. Estamos aquí juntos en frente de la Corte Suprema de Justicia para asegurarnos que la Corte para esta ley antimigrante, esta ley que es inconstitucional. Y definitivamente el Congreso tiene que pasar una reforma migratoria.
That's right. The United States owned and trained the Mexican drug cartel.
Definitivamente los Estados Unidos, los latinos, los inmigrantes, los defensores de los derechos civiles, nuestra comunidad que lucha, la comunidad afroamericana, la comunidad asiática.
So it's just ridiculous. The tank system is not a kinship system. And unless we do something about it soon, we're going to have a difficult problem. In 2050, 1 in 5 people here in the United States will be foreign born. So we're talking about massive demographic changes in the United States.
Shame on you! Arizona, 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 shame on you!
As demonstrated by this Jim Crow. Here today to stand up for the values that created this strong nation of immigrants, to remind the Supreme Court of the constitutional principle that states do not have the right to legalize hate. That's right. That's right. States do not have the right to discriminate against anyone. States do not have the right to legitimize xenofobia. Estamos aquí para recordar a la Corte Suprema que los estados no tienen el derecho de legalizar el odio, no tienen el derecho de discriminar en contra de nadie y no tienen el derecho. La Corte Suprema puede dar su fallo, pero la última palabra es de nosotros, del pueblo. It is up to us, the people, to uphold our national values. It is up to us to protect the rights of workers, regardless of immigration status. It is up to us to protect the right to vote. And it is up to us to fight discrimination and hate. Depende de nosotros para defender nuestros valores nacionales. Depende de nosotros proteger los derechos de los trabajadores, no obstante su estatus migratorio. Depende de nosotros de proteger nuestro derecho al voto. Depende de nosotros para luchar contra la discriminación y el odio. We know that in a democratic society, the vote is the great equalizer. And in November, we will elect leaders who believe that America was founded on the principle that all men and women are created equal. No matter what we look like, where we come from, or our station in life. Cuando votamos, podemos echar fuera a los políticos nacionalistas que escriben las leyes como la SB 1070. Podemos echar a los políticos que nombran a jueces que respaldan leyes racistas o injustas. El poder, compañeros y compañeras, está en nuestras manos. Finally, brothers and sisters, we are here today to serve notice on the governors and legislatures of Arizona, Alabama, and any other misguided state that contemplate similar laws. It is time to leave your racist past behind and come into the 21st century. Estamos aquí para darles aviso a los gobernadores y a las legislaturas de Arizona y Alabama y cualquier otro estado que contemple aprobar leyes como la SB 1070. Es hora de dejar su pasado racista detrás y entrar al siglo XXI. Brothers and sisters, we have come too far. Too many people have died defending our rights. And we have fought too long to give up now. We will never give up and we will never go back until we win. Hermanos y hermanas, hemos luchado mucho. Muchos han perdido sus vidas en la lucha por la justicia social. Y no vamos a dar un paso atrás. Estamos en esta lucha hasta que vencemos. Our battle will go on until we can say that we truly live in a country with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you, Eliseo. Hey, hey, ho, ho. 1070 has to go. 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 What do you want? What do you want it? What do you want? What do you want it? I can hear you. What do you want? What do you want it? ¿Y qué queremos? ¿Y cuándo? ¿Y qué queremos? ¿Y cuándo? ¿Y qué queremos? ¿Y cuándo? Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, it's my pleasure, it's a pleasure to introduce to you a great leader in our community as well.
He's the Director of Immigration Policy in a great union, the United Here Union. Reverend Cleet Kylie, welcome him. Démosle la bienvenida, por favor.
Buenos días. Brothers and sisters, good morning to all of you. I come today as both a faith leader and as a member of Unite Here, the 250,000 hotel, restaurant, gaming workers across this country, and I come to bring their voices, to add them to your voices here this morning in front of the Supreme Court. Not only do I speak for the 250,000 members of our union, but there are 12.5 million members of the American labor movement, and our voices are one here this morning. This law must go. Our immigration system is broken. That's clear. We know it. It's dividing our communities. It's breaking up our families. It must get fixed. But SB 1070 is not the way to do it. SB 1070 divides us. It institutionalizes racial profiling.
There is a way to deal with this problem that is fair, just, effective, and humane. But it is a solution that can only come from the federal government. The Supreme Court needs to reaffirm that truth in its decision. Hay un mejor camino, hay una mejor manera de lidiar con esta situación.
today, from Los Angeles to Boston, from Milwaukee to Dallas, from Kansas City to Tucson, and Phoenix in Arizona, where the 1070 become law. So all the countries mobilize in support of our cause. ¿Se puede? ¡Sí se puede! Let's go and welcome from Alabama, Senator Hank Sanders, an extraordinary leader. Senator, are you with us? Welcome.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. We have come from Alabama to stand with you because your fight is our fight. Our fight is your fight. We are all immigrants. Some of us came willingly, and some of us was brought here, but we all immigrants, and we must I know personally what it means to have someone react to you on the basis of how you look, of how you talk, of what your background is. When I was growing up in Alabama, we were always afraid. When we left home, we didn't know whether or not we would make it back. We didn't know whether we'd be injured or whether we'd be killed. And it had nothing to do with what we did. It only had something to do with how we look, the color of our skin. We cannot go back to those days in Alabama. We can't go back to them in Arizona. We can't go back to them in Washington. There were Latinos, there were blacks, there was white, there were Asian, all kinds of people. And so we have to unite across all kinds of lines and fight. If we don't, all of us will go back. When I was growing up, my mother would say to us, she said, son, don't ever dig a ditch for anybody. Because if you do, you better dig two, because the first one will surely be for you. So Arizona has dug a ditch. Alabama has dug a ditch. And now they are falling in them right along with us. So we have to be prepared to do everything we can. Now, this in 1950s, this very Supreme Court helped us to break that fear. And so we are calling on this Supreme Court today to help break that fear again. We want them to rise up and strike down this law in Arizona. We want them to rise up and strike down this law in Alabama and in everywhere, because it comes from a poisonous spirit. It didn't mean, it wasn't conceived well, it wasn't born well, it's not growing well. And finally, I want to simply say this. If we unite and fight for just and fair immigration, if we unite and fight for just and fair workers' rights, if we unite and fight for just and fair voting rights, then what we'll do is make this country greater than it's ever been. And if we ever try to make it great. And so we ask not only this Supreme Court to rise up, but we ask this Congress right down here to rise up. And we ask everybody across this country to rise up, unite and fight for justice and unity.
Get up there with those. Down. Down. Get down.
We do this? Is this okay?
Mike's down, please. I am. I'm very, hand down.
Over the next 4 weeks, this court will decide the future and fate of Arizona's infamous SB 1070, which from its inception was ill-advised, mean-spirited, and unjust. As chair of the National Immigration Forum that helped to put on this rally today, since SB 1070 became law on April the 23rd, 2010, families have been split, hard-working breadwinners have lost their jobs, been jailed, and are deported, children have become homeless, schools have closed, churches have dwindled, and many small businesses have closed down. In addition, countless Americans and non-Americans of color have been racially profiled by the police and authorities and have suffered disrespect and humiliation simply because of the color of their skin. And us versus them divide has become the norm in the state of Arizona. Moreover, and tragically, the malignant motives behind SB 1070 have begun to spread like a terminal cancer nationwide, eating away at the very fabric of equality, opportunity, and human dignity that has made America a beacon of hope for people of every race, color, culture, country, class, creed on God's good earth. Nevertheless, on a higher moral ground, we may in fact thank the Arizona State Legislature, thank former and now recalled Senator Russell Pierce, and thank Governor Jan Brewer for enacting SB 1070, because we are witnessing the historic and necessary 21st century reawakening of the spirit of the victorious civil rights movement of the 20th century. We are seeing the reawakening. Many of the same unjust and insensitive actions that gave birth to that movement more than a half a century ago are raising their ugly, divisive, hate-mongering, fear-fomenting, narrow-minded heads in local, state, county, and even the United States Congress. We will not, and we must not, stand by and not take up a vigorous, God-inspired fight until there is liberty and justice for all, regardless of their race, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wrote from the Birmingham jail 50 years ago, State Senator, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. That is why we are here. Black, brown, red, yellow, white. That's why we are here. Christian, Jew, Muslim, Buddhist, indigenous, all faiths. That's why we are here. Democrat, Republican, and independent. That's why we are here. Liberal, conservative, moderate, and progressive. As I close, U.S. Supreme Court justices, do what is just. In U.S. Congress, you too do what is just, and unite above your political partisanship to enact just, humane, comprehensive immigration reform that represents our great nation at its best.
Lo que estaba diciendo reverendo, que es bien importante, viene desde Arizona y le ha tocado ver los abusos y maltratos, la discriminación por el color de la piel allá en Arizona. Negocios han sido cerrados en Arizona por esta ley antimigrante y racista. Sin embargo, nos estaba diciendo que hay algo bueno de esto. Lo bueno de esto, nos estaba diciendo, reverendo, es que está viendo que está floreciendo el nuevo movimiento de derechos civiles del siglo XXI. Las diferentes razas y colores, sin importar que es latino, afroamericano, blanco, republicano, progresista, judío, católico, evangélico, está diciendo que se están uniendo, y nos estamos uniendo porque queremos demandarle a la Corte Suprema de Justicia que pare esta ley antimigrante y al Congreso que pase la reforma migratoria. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
we can! Yes, we can! Yes, we can! Y ahora vamos a escuchar un reporte de lo que pasó allá adentro. ¿Les parece bien? Let's go and get a report about what happened inside. So we have two extraordinary people who have been fighting for years for the immigrant community, for people of color, for poor people. They are going to be here and report what happened right over there in the Supreme Court.
Marching all day.
Yeah.
Yo les prometo a todos ustedes que voy a seguir peleando. Ahora, muchas gracias a todos por estar acá, muchas gracias a casa y quiero que por favor nos devolvamos ahora, vamos a ir a marchar otra vez a los buses y muchas gracias por estar acá. Sí se puede, 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 sí se puede.
No con odio, con puro amor. Aquí todos estamos juntos y unidos. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Thank you so much. I just want, we are almost finished, but I want to say that bad acts have some consequences. You know that this guy who used to be a senator, Russell Pierce, he was here today. Russell Pierce is the Arizona State Senator who wrote SB 1070. How did people of Arizona respond to Russell Pierce? They removed him. ¿Cómo respondió la gente de Arizona a este senador antimigrante? Lo removió. For him was a short victory, without no question. Fue una victoria cortita para él. But was a long defeat forever, right? Pero fue una derrota por largo tiempo. Por eso estamos aquí, and we are calling, now that we are in election, the president and the future candidate of the Republican Party to think about. Because we are going to vote in November, right? Los que vamos a votar en noviembre. And we are going to know who is supporting our community and who is not supporting our community. Y nosotros vamos a votar por quien apoya a nuestra comunidad y quienes no apoyen a nuestra comunidad no van a recibir nuestro voto. Quiero presentarles a ustedes Reverend Bob Coleman from Riverside Church. Reverend, welcome and thank you.
It's a pleasure, it's an honor, a privilege to be with you today. I'm the Minister of Social Justice at the Riverside Church in the city of New York. We have been a sanctuary church since 1984. We had a family from Guatemala that lived in our church tower for 2 years, undocumented. We now today have 2 families living in our church, and we are caring for them and providing sanctuary. We practice a radical hospitality in all of our faith communities in my interfaith work in New York and across the country. All of the faith communities teach of practicing a radical hospitality that we see in one another no matter where we come from. Our sister, our brother, that imago Dei, the image of God in everyone. The empire is insecure. The guards, the military, the politicians, they're insecure, and they get their security by perpetuating 3 lies. One is that some people are worth more than other people. They perpetuate that lie in many ways, creating fear and discomfort in the society, and passing laws and trying to get SB 1070 to be constitutionally legalized. It's just a part of the fear and insecurity of empire. They also say that human needs are in conflict, which is a lie. Human needs are the same for everyone, everywhere in the world, in every country, of every nation and race and gender and sexuality. What's in conflict is the strategies to meet needs, and the strategies are weighted toward the 1% to have their needs met and the rest of the people not to have. And then we blame those people for when there's a lack of jobs. And third is that people are where they are because they choose to be. And that's a lie too. The empire is insecure, spreading lies, perpetuating those lies, and even trying to codify them in laws. SB 1070 is un-American, it's un-Christian, it's un-Jewish, it's un-Baha'i, it's un-Hindu, it's unreligious. SB 1070 must be defeated, and we stand in solidarity from the Riverside Church in the city of New York with all of you. Radical hospitality, all of you are sisters and brothers.
Compañeros, lo que se empieza se termina, ¿verdad? Whenever we start, we have to finish, right? Yeah. And we're not finished today. No hemos terminado para este día. Empezamos con algunos líderes religiosos que están haciendo una caminata de Jericho alrededor del block del Supreme Court. Entonces tenemos que esperar hasta que ellos terminen para terminar esta jornada espiritual que estamos aquí. So we have to wait. We have some partners, some religious leaders who started off with a Jericho walk earlier today, and they're making their last round, and that's how we're going to end, because we started the Jericho walk with them, so we have to end with them. So in the meantime, if Sister Fire Rose is still around, we'd like to ask her to come.
Siempre está presente.
Arizona por su gente.
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 Siempre está presente.
Ok, en inglés, ok, para decir a los compañeros de Arizona, we got your back. So yo digo Arizona, ustedes dicen we got your back. Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Arizona,
we got your back.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, 1070 has got to go. Hey, hey,
Ho, ho, 1070 has got to go. el pueblo unido no nacerá de la lucha es constante. Adelante, adelante, la lucha es constante. Adelante, adelante, la lucha es constante.
¿Qué tal estamos, millones? No se escucha. No somos uno. Somos millones contra los miedos. ¡Alto a las redadas! 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 ¡Se puede! ¡Se puede! ¡Se puede! ¡Se puede! ¡Yes, we can! 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 ¡Yes, we can!
¡El pueblo vive! ¡El pueblo vive! ¡La lucha sigue! ¡El pueblo vive, vive! ¡El pueblo vive, vive!
Padres y seres amados están siendo deportados. Cada día millones de personas sufren el dolor y la angustia de no poder vivir con dignidad. La razón por que estamos aquí es porque la injusticia de la ley SB 1070, que se discute en la Suprema Corte de Justicia de los Estados Unidos hoy, oramos para que podamos ver una resolución que permita la expansión de justicia y dignidad en la vida de cada persona. Nosotros sabemos que eres un Dios justo y que tú escuchas nuestras oraciones.